Welcome to the K-Files. Today we are talking about the return of Eugene Victor Tooms in Tooms. It's not a clever name.
Well, we'll take what we can get.
Welcome back to the Lush Basement Office. I'm your host, Katie.
I'm Chrysalia, and we're coming at you from HollyWoodRedux.com.
Thank you for joining us here again. We're talking about the return of serial killer Eugene Victor Tooms on the show. He is one of the most heinous serial killers in all of X-Filesdom, probably in all of fictional land, TV.
Many reasons for it.
Yeah, Eugene Victor Tooms is a unique human. He's one of these mutants on the X-Files who has a special ability. He has extreme long life. He's been alive for about a century, as far as anyone can tell. And in order to do this, he eats livers. He eats 5 livers a cycle. It's like every 20 years or 21 years or whatever it is. Comes back from hibernation, eats a bunch of livers, goes back to hibernation. Mm-hmm. So in the last outing with him in Squeeze at the top of the 3rd season, Mulder and Scully faced off against him. They apprehended him. Very difficult to prove this crime, as you might imagine, since he is 100 years old and he's a contortionist. He can stretch his body. That's the other thing. He has a strange musculature. So he's able to contort and put himself into small spaces. He can get in anywhere. No security system is too much for him. Like he's the ultimate
many talents.
The ultimate scary monster that you would not want to eat you, for example, to think you were a tasty thing to eat. So we see Tooms. He's in this outing. He's now getting out of basically protective custody. He's being released from custody. And Mulder and Scully try to mount an effort to keep him in, but some silly doctors, it's like an X-Files worst case scenario. It happens so many times where they're put away, and then silly people are like, no, it's fine, and release the X-Files mutants back into the wild, and then Mulder and Scully have to go through the whole thing again and find him again. So that's where we begin the episode, and by the end of it, Tooms is escalator food.
That was
So what a way to go. There's a lot of stuff that happens in between, too. But bottom line is, Mulder and Scully put him back.
That was like a nice little, like...
where he belongs.
little description of what the episode is. Oh my god, Katie. Oh god, this episode, dude.
Yeah, so, what do you think about Tooms? Do you find him to be a particularly scary monster?
He's very uncomfortable to watch, to be very honest.
Thank you, Doug Hutchinson, for that.
Yeah, very well done.
Eerie performance.
No matter before in Squeeze as well, like in Tooms, no matter what, he's very uncomfortable to watch, which obviously means he's a very good actor. So very well done. Those eyes, so hard to see into. Like when he's close-ups, giving his speech or whatever few sentences he says. He's not a man of many words, but you know.
He has
we'll take what we can get.
His eerie smile, I think, is the creepiest thing
Yeah,
to
just
me.
Overall,
when he puts on that smile, you're just like, no.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to take the candy at all. You want to run the other way, so...
Yeah, Doug Hutchinson, I think that's probably a career-making performance for him. He's been in many other things before, and I don't know about before, but for sure since then he's appeared in lots of places. But when he was playing this character on the X-Files, I don't think he ever really transformed more for a role than you see for what he did.
I feel like he didn't have to try much, and that's okay.
That guy's kind of creepy in real life.
Yeah, I had a gut feeling.
Yeah.
He was perfect for the X-Files, man.
Definitely pulled it off. There's so many good things in this episode. Probably
Oh, sorry. You said good things, and I immediately thought of I want to jump to the color sequence.
Yeah, the colors are cool. I like the use of color.
To be honest, I don't remember if that was in Squeeze. If we got to see much
I don't think
of that.
so. This is like a new thing where it's like the Tooms Division,
right,
where you see the victims that he's selecting. We kind of talked about this last episode, which is that he's looking for, who looks tasty to him, appears in full color as opposed to black and white. And I noticed a lot of purple this time.
Yes, that's why I brought up the color, because I don't remember again in Squeeze, but for this episode we got to see more of that type of feature, and we got to see more of him. Yeah. Going after his prey, and stuff.
Yeah, so the question is, why does he see the people who look tasty to him? Why are they in color? Why are the other people not in color? We talked about this last time. I think it has something to do with who these people are, how they live their lives, what state their liver is in, really, in the end.
Oh, that's
He's not
true.
Looking for alcoholics. He's looking for people
the healthy
whose
people.
livers are
Well, I mean,
overactive.
if you're going to commit to the cause, you want to be healthy as well.
Yeah, so livers in the body produce bile, and that was like all the goo that like is around Tooms in his nest, and like kind of just like is like
so
his
much goo.
essence. And so I think that is what we're talking about here with these people who are in color, is that they have overactive livers, they're overproduction of bile, so they're really tasty to him. They have what he's looking for.
Oh yeah.
Not unlike Leonard Betts in the 4th season, another monster who doesn't necessarily kill because of some like personal thing, some kind of like sociopathy. He's actually just kind of a predator in nature who looks like a human being, who has a human form.
Those are always the scary ones because you can never tell.
Right, they look like humans.
God damn it.
Turns out
X-Files.
they're liver monsters, liver-eating monsters.
Well, there you go.
I love that detail of course, that scene. We have to talk about that most important scene in the car with Mulder and Scully. That's probably my favorite scene in the whole first season. But I love that the sandwich is liverwurst. It's good. It's good. It's a good joke. Yeah, I mean, I also love that when we're talking about romance on the show, we're talking about the MSR, the Mulder-Scully relationship, the story of the X-Files really is like the story of them in a way. We don't talk about like romance. We don't talk about typical romance. We don't talk about like flirting. We talk about like the usual things.
Usually X-Files and romance don't kind of...
Well, it's a special kind of romance.
Yeah, it's a special kind of romance.
In the X-Files, when we're talking romance, we're talking liverwurst and root beer. That's what we're talking about. We're using different phraseology a lot of the time. So like when Scully goes to Mulder to see Mulder when he's in the car, when they're having that conversation, staking out the house, I love that conversation. That dialogue is so perfect and precise and simple, and we get so much information where she tries to connect with him and calls him Fox. Even it's the first time we ever hear her like try to call him Fox, and you're like, first names, oh my god, it's so intimate. And he's like, you know what, like, Fox is a stupid name. Like, please just call me Mulder.
You're being adorable, man.
So you get information about him that's really cute, and he, you get a window into how he's had to live with the name Fox in his life. You get the feeling maybe that wasn't always the best thing for him, trying to make friends and stuff. And then you get this really beautiful honesty from Scully, where she tells him, bottom line is, because she's debating in this episode, she gets called out on the carpet for Skinner at the top of the episode, and it's this conflict in her about going by the book or going on instinct. And so these are the things that Scully's worrying about in this episode. And then at the end, this beautiful scene, she tells Mulder, like, you know what, throw it all out the window. Like, I wouldn't put it on the line for anybody but you. It's all about love. Like, I don't care about, by the book. I will follow the truth with you. It's like, let's get married, have babies, except for in Scully and Mulder language.
Does that happen in the X-Files?
No marriage, but they do have a baby. Not
no
for
happiness,
a long
huh?
time.
Right.
It's a long
There's
time.
always hope on my end. Someday.
A long way to go. But yeah, I mean, I think probably my other favorite moment in the episode, before we wrap this up, is a Mulder moment, naturally. Yes. Mulder moments.
So you get many of these?
Moments. Oh, we love him here so much.
He's toward the beginning of the episode, he's Mulder's tracking Tooms. He's trying to stop him from killing again, and he sees him mid hunt basically, and he's got that great bit of dialogue. Thank you, Morgan and Wong, once again for another beautiful episode. He's got that great bit of dialogue. Have you help me find my dog? He's a Norwegian elk hound. I use him to hunt moose. His name is Heinrich. Like, he's just, and of course with Duchovny's dry wit, it's like home run. For humor on the X-Files, that's probably like the height, especially in the first season, where it's pretty serious. And after this episode, we're coming up to the Erlenmeyer Flask, which is the season finale in the first season, and like shit hits the fan, and it's very serious. So some nice levity there.
Excellent.
Yeah. This is a huge episode. There's a lot to talk about. We always say, we'll come back to these episodes and do them all again, because there's just more to, dig out of them.
Always.
Like, I watch them over and over again, and I always find new nuggets. So, it's, testament to the quality of the writing and the direction, even in the first season. David Nutter directed this. We should give him kudos, because it's nice work. Probably the best TV director working at the time. Well, we're going to close the case file on Tooms for now, but we'll be back next week with a new investigation. And please reach out to us on social media if you have thoughts, if you liked anything we talked about with Tooms, if you have things that we didn't talk about that we should talk about. You can find me at KMoles.
You can find me at Axon on all social medias, obviously.
There you go.
And we're coming at you from hollyrix.com.
Yeah, thank you for watching. The truth is already here.
See you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, follow us on all social medias, and even check out our store by clicking one of the links on the side. See you later.